What's going on YouTube? This is TheAmerican7109 back at it again with another customs video to bring to you guys today. And you guys may already be asking yourselves two questions. One, Logan, why does the audio sound different? And that's because today we are actually doing a voiceover format on my videos. And I'm trying out something new, and I'm actually quite liking this new format as of now. And I think it's gonna be a good improvement, gonna be something that we can keep rolling with here on the channel, so that's good. And the second question you might be asking yourself is, why in the world are we revisiting the Mallard custom? Now, my Take and Play Mallard is absolutely hands down one of my favorite customs ever. But you may have noticed that Mallard now has a new addition, and that is, of course, his auxiliary water tender. Now, Mallard, Spencer, they're all A4s, the A4 class steam locomotive. Flying Scotsman is an A3. Both of those locomotives, and even American locomotives, like the J class, there's the 611, lots of big steam locomotives were sometimes fitted with auxiliary water tenders to travel long journeys, long distances, without stopping for coal and water. Or if there were no access to coal and water on that train's journey, they would be fitted with these tenders, of course, to give them extra coal and water so they could reach their destination without problem. Now, of course, we all know the Flying Scotsman has two tenders. That's been made a big deal, of course, in the Thomas universe. But the Mallard, of course, wasn't really hit on in the Thomas universe other than in the Railway series. And when I made my custom for him, I only had my original Spencer that I repainted and his tender. Through the past, I guess it would be the past few months. Yeah, I guess it was back early in the summer. I went to my charity shop here where I live, and they actually had a grab bag of some Thomas Take and Play items. I picked it up at a very low price. It was a very good deal. And they had a Mattel-era Spencer's tender, but no Spencer to match it. And I brought it home, and it had a Thomas, a Percy, a Gordon, a Charlie, some other things in there as well. Those are just the ones I can remember. And this tender. And I'm like, what in the world am I going to do with another Spencer's tender just laying around? I don't have an extra Spencer to put him with. And then I saw my Mallard custom as he was sitting on my desk, and I was actually in the process of repainting him. He probably needs another repaint as it is. You can kind of see some of the gray showing through in some spots, and I was debating on doing that, but then I had this extra tender, and I thought, the auxiliary water tenders. Actually, if you go back and do your research, some of the A4s were fitted with these auxiliary water tenders, and of course I had to do that before making this addition to the custom, because I wanted to make sure it was not only what I wanted to have my Mallard custom fitted with, but I wanted to make sure it was somewhat historically accurate, if nothing else, Railway Series accurate. Of course, the Mallard and the Railway Series only had one tender, but historically speaking, some of the A4s were fitted with two tenders. And of course, I saw that and I thought immediately this would be the perfect use for this extra tender. Upon closer examination, the extra tender that I picked up from the charity shop actually had a screw in the bottom of it instead of those rivets that you find sometimes underneath the Take and Play engines. And those are, of course, you have to get a drill bit, and you have to physically sit there and drill those rivets out in order to take apart those engines. But this one was actually going to be a very easy take apart custom. So I took the tender apart and removed the coal load, and once I did that, I took some modeling clay, filled in the top of the tender to give the top a smooth, of course on an actual auxiliary tender, it would just be one piece of metal, one sheet of metal, and I added in the modeling clay to give it that effect and make it look like it was all one surface and not where coal should be. And upon doing that, I painted the top of the tender matte black to match the smoke box, cab roof, and even the coal load in the original Mallard's tender, and the buffers, I suppose, as well. And after doing that, I painted the rest of the tender that dark blue, the wheels red, the buffer beam, etc., to align with my original existing Mallard custom. And this is the result, a Mallard with two tenders. And actually, I really like the look of this engine with two tenders. Now, as far as the Mallard actually having two tenders, I don't believe that ever actually happened in real life, but in my world, in my customs world, it looks great. So that's going to about wrap it up for us here today, guys, in this customs video. Let me know down in the comments what you think of my custom Mallard with two tenders. I personally am a huge fan of how this turned out, and historically speaking, I don't believe this ever actually happened, but of course neither in the Railway series or in real life, but I love the way that this locomotive looks. I mean, he is just absolutely stunning, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video and also enjoyed this custom, and be assured that there are more videos on the way. Next week, I'm thinking another custom. I've got a lot to show off that I've been working on the past few months, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the American 7109. I hope you guys have an amazing day.